Hey everyone, and welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thanks for tuning in. I'm Daniela, an English teacher and a foreign language enthusiast. Today, you will learn about 5 factors or habits that may hinder your clarity in English, even if you already speak the language quite well. These habits can hold you back from becoming an effective and confident communicator. Here's the thing. When people learn English, most of them focus on grammar and memorizing vocabulary, which, by the way, is great because without knowing words and having the ability to build correct sentences, you will have a hard time being understood. But when people start speaking with native speakers, they try so hard to fit in and sound more native-like that they don't realize they've picked up some bad habits along the way. So, what are the factors that might hinder your clarity in English? Let's dive in. Factor number 1 is thinking that fast equals fluent. Many English learners mistakenly believe that speaking quickly makes them sound fluent and confident. But in reality, rushing through sentences often leads to misunderstandings and reduces clarity, which is the opposite of what fluent speakers aim for. Slowing down your speech allows your listener to absorb your ideas fully and helps you pronounce words more clearly, showing that you're calm and comfortable with the language. But what to do if you want to sound more natural? Well, slower speech doesn't need to be choppy. So to sound smooth when you slow down your speech, focus on connected speech. Connected speech is the way in which words and sounds blend together during natural conversation. This often causes words to sound different from how they are pronounced individually. Investing time to learn and practice connected speech will make your sentences sound smoother without being spoken fast. I actually have a separate video on connected speech. You can also learn quite a lot about it from my shadowing videos. I'll put the links in the description below. Factor number 2 is using too many fancy words. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that big words will make you sound intelligent, but packing your sentences with complex vocabulary can have the opposite effect, making you come across as pretentious or even difficult to understand. Most fluent speakers know the value of keeping things simple. Of course, you can show that you're an educated and sophisticated speaker by sprinkling your sentences with some fancy words if the situation allows it. But make sure that you're using vocabulary that's natural and suited to the context. In a nutshell, feel free to include a few well-chosen words, but avoid going overboard. If you're interested to learn more about why using too many fancy words could actually stand in the way of your clear communication skills, check out my video about why many smart and educated people struggle with English. You'll find the link in the description. Factor number 3 is focusing too much on idioms. Idioms are phrases with figurative meanings that can't be understood literally and are often specific to a culture or language. They can indeed spice up your language and show familiarity with cultural nuances. But using too many can make your speech feel forced. I think the reason why so many English learners are hung up on memorizing idioms is that using them makes you appear more culturally adjusted. For example, saying you knocked it out of the park or you killed it instead of just great job shows that you feel the language, and that's awesome. Knowing and using idioms is super cool, but what I'm saying is that using too many of them could make you sound unnatural and quite frankly confuse other non-native speakers. And we don't want to exclude anyone, right? So be mindful. Factor number 4 is thinking that native speech is superior. While sounding more native-like is a goal for many non-native speakers, placing too much emphasis on this can undermine your confidence and communication. Remember, being clear and comfortable with the language is what matters most. English has become the lingua franca, or the global language, and there are more people around the world who speak it as a second or foreign language now. English doesn't belong to native speakers, so don't feel inferior. Remember that many native English speakers speak only one language, so be proud. And the last one is letting excessive focus on grammar take over communication. Don't let the fear of making grammatical mistakes hold you back. While grammar is important, focusing too heavily on every little rule can slow you down and make you sound less natural. Instead, aim for fluid communication. It's okay if you make small mistakes. They rarely get in the way of being understood. Mind you, I'm not undermining the importance of speaking correctly. If you find yourself making the same mistakes repeatedly, take action. Learn, practice, and try not to make those mistakes too often. However, when you're speaking with someone, it's not the time to focus on the past perfect or the third conditional. Prioritizing communication helps you feel more at ease and lets you focus on sharing your ideas rather than stressing over each sentence. And there you have it. 5 common factors to watch out for if you're already a confident English speaker. Which one of them do you think you might be focusing on a little too much? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, click on the like button and subscribe. You might also want to click on the little bell button when you subscribe so that you're notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.